My year's almost over. So, Sagittarius, this is just a general reading for you, past, present, and future. Got my eyes closed, and I'm going to pull out 3 runes for you guys. 3, 1, 2, I feel. Okay, 3 stones. Okay. 3 stones. Yeah, you can see I made these by myself. I need to fix these up a little bit again. As soon as I can get the real thing, then so be it. I'll be fine. So let's see what's going on here with you, Sagittarius. Please remember to follow, to like, and if the reading's not resonating with you, then please remember to look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. So we see that some of you could be in a situation right now where you are realizing that you do need to rely on yourself for a lot of things, and that you need to be very much in control of what's going on. Really realize what is your needs, what is your wants. You really need to also allow yourself to be very clear about where it is that you're going in your life, what it is that you are doing, and not getting involved in unnecessary things. So there's a lot of introspection required from you. A lot of you might be facing a lot of these challenges. A lot of you might just be in a period of waiting for change, waiting for something new to happen for you. But also, it's like you're waiting for this abundance, you're waiting for the security, you're waiting for this period to be over, you're waiting to be able to realize the success in your life. So this is keeping you very, very focused, and this is actually quite a good energy. Instead of getting caught up feeling stuck where you are, it's also important that you realize that you need to focus on the bigger picture. Some of you need to also focus on your goals that you have. You need to focus on the changes that you need to realize. You need to also go within yourself and realize that common sense is very necessary when it comes to your life and your situations. Some of you might also be finding yourself needing to focus more on your family situation, as opposed to just getting involved with people and all of their dramas, because you don't want to be caught up in other people's dramas about things, but you need to look at what is important for you in your situation. So it's important that you realize you have this different situation from moving towards this situation of things not working out for you to needing to move forward to a more productive phase. Oh, okay, cards falling out. More productive phase within yourself and within your home situation. So we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Swords, oops, and this literally turned itself over here, Page of Wands. Okay, cards jumping out. You've got 2 of Wands, you've got Temperance, your energy. You could have a fellow Sagittarius person in your space as well. So let's draw the cards. The cards all have a story to tell. You have the Fool. Okay. Need 3 more cards here. Oh, thank you for those that are liking my videos, those that are following, those that are sharing. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's see. What are you going through here? What's going on? What's your situation? What's going on? Cards not falling out. Queen of Swords and 7 of Pentacles. So you've got Sagittarius energy. So you could have could be about you, could be about somebody else in your space. You've got Queen of Swords energy, which could very well also be could be dealing with somebody, or you could have in your chart Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So a lot of things that you need to have to focus on. And remember, it's not necessarily about these people in your space. It could be just be a message about what the cards have for you. So what we are seeing here is that in this recent past, where you became such a person that was very stubborn and feeling very stuck in your situations, you're realizing that you have become a very stubborn person. maybe you have been wanting to stick to the plan the way you know and you think it's supposed to be, and maybe you are needing to now realize that your refusal to compromise or to realize that things are not working out has not been really in your best interest. This defensive energy that you have been carrying is not really very good for you, because this is not making you any friends. This defensiveness is not making things easier for you. It is, in fact, just making things a little harder for you with regards to the things that you have to deal with. You could have been going through situations where there has been arguments, there has been aggressive energy as well here. Some of you might be feeling quite intimidated. Some of you might also be dealing with somebody who has been very intimidating. There has been a lot of hostility, arguments in your situation. But you need to be cognizant of what is going on. What is it that you can control? What is it that you can't control? What do you need to be aware of? What do you need to change? Because this is not positive energy in this recent past that you've had to face. But you do know at the same time, this that you've been going through, there is this energy of excitement. There is this energy of news coming towards you. This is this energy that you can have these new ideas and you can have this fresh perspective in your life, that you don't need to stay stuck in this negative energy, that you can move forward. And you are very much aware of that for yourself, that you can move forward with your situations. However, it's important that you realize with this energy that you do need to plan. You do need to think very carefully. You do need to also realize that sometimes when you're taking a risk in a situation, you may need to leave the comfort of what it is that you know. And that is the only way to success, is that you need to take those steps to move forward. You need to take those steps to leave your comfort zone, to move towards something that's going to be better for you. But you also need to bring in balance into your situation. Some of you might be having conflict with a fellow Sagittarius person, or you yourself could be at conflict with yourself when it comes to situations. But if there is no Sagittarius person in your space, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, it's about you bringing balance to yourself. It's about you bringing this peace to yourself. You realizing that you're needing to be very calm in your situations, that you need to be very harmonious in your situations, that you need to bring this serenity to yourself. Those of you who know how to meditate should really be practicing your meditation, because that's really going to help you have this inner peace that you desperately need right now, to refocus yourself, refocus your energy, refocus your mind. Because the Fool energy is a beautiful energy. It talks about new beginnings for you. It talks about having this freedom and this innocence to be able to move forward. And this is where you have to focus on, that you need to come in with this excited energy, this realizing that, if things didn't work out, that was okay, but you can make amends, you can move forward, you can have this new beginning. You can literally bring originality to the table. And it's important that you do realize that you have the power to do all of these things for yourself, and that you don't need to stay in situations that's going to keep you stuck. Too often we limit ourselves by thinking this is it, this is the only thing, and that's that we can't move on. And we see some of you might be saying, but Meenakshi, you know what, I've tried, and I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do because you are feeling that you need to constantly defend yourself. You have to constantly stand up for yourself. You're feeling like you have this defensiveness, this defensive energy, that you need to protect your ideas, you need to protect your territory. But you need to also realize that you do have options in your life. You don't need to stay in these situations and keep you stuck. That you can move forward. You can move into something new for yourself. You don't need to stay with the situation that's leaving you feeling so defensive all the time. You have options in your life, and you need to embrace these options. And you need to embrace these options by having this independent way of thinking, carrying this, whether you're male or female. Queen of Swords is about, it's not about masculine or feminine, persons. It's about energy, masculine or feminine energy. It's like rising into the strong feminine energy within yourselves, and realizing that if I have constructive criticism that I have to deal with, then I need to be objective. I need to have a good perspective about what is going on in my life. I need to make some changes for myself. I can't stay in a situation that is not working out for me. It's important that you realize that whatever you have invested in, whatever you have persevered in, whatever you have been planning from here, you can reap these rewards. You can see this progress, you can see this growth within your situations, and you can see for yourself that you can move forward and you don't need to stay stuck in your situations. This is a very intense situation that some of you are going through, and you need to be very mindful of this energy, that this is a very intense energy. But there's a lot of possibilities here. There's a lot of hope for you. So, okay, Sagittarius. Interesting energy coming through here. So let's shuffle some more cards and see what more is it that Tarot has to say for you in your situation. So there's a lot of hope. Well, you're going to be experiencing spring. Tomorrow is our spring day. So with this beautiful blue moon energy and spring day, it's a really, truly a time of new beginnings for you, Sagittarius. Where it's winter some places, or autumn in some places, yeah, South Africa, we are having spring tomorrow, spring day. And you can spring into action with something new. Okay, let's see. Yeah, what is it that the cards have to say for you? 6 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. 4 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Queen of Cups. And the Fool reversed. Okay. So, let's have a look here. What is this about? What's going on here? You know, things are always changing, and life is very cyclic, and you need to be very much aware of that life is very cyclic, and these are your situations that you're facing. So if you are allowing this situation to continue, you are allowing yourself to stay stuck in the past, you need to realize that you are constantly returning to the source of your troubles, to the source of your problems, and you are feeling stuck because of that, because you keep going back to the same situation, but you keep doing the same thing over and over, Sagittarius, but you're expecting a different result. How can you expect a different result if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over? You know, people don't sometimes realize that, you know, what they think, maybe so-and-so is going to change, or maybe they're going to be a better person, or maybe, you know, maybe my employer is going to change, or maybe whatever it is that you're facing, maybe my friend circle is going to change. You know, you're doing the same things over with the same mindset, and it's really keeping you stuck in your situations. You are feeling so burdened. You are feeling so responsible for everybody. Some of you might be feeling very duty bound to those around you. You might be feeling this oppressive energy, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to partnerships. You are not realizing that, yes, you have these close bonds, but either they are bonds that you can join forces with and there's mutual respect. You guys can grow together, you can build a future, you can have something, whether, like I said, whether it's an employment situation, whether it's a personal relationship situation, whatever it is, you can either choose to make something work, or you're going to have a situation where you are constantly having the same old happening all the time. You could be dealing with somebody who's a very foolish and immature person. You could be dealing with somebody who's very irresponsible. You could be somebody who's a bit of an underachiever. You could be also yourself missing out a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities and a lot of prospects. So you need to have this mindset that maybe the company I'm keeping is not really so good for me. They're not bringing out my best. They're not allowing me to become my best, my personal best. And I'm kind of like wasting my time with what I'm doing. And I need to make some changes. And it's important that you realize that. And this beautiful 8 of Cups, that's what it talks about. It talks about walking away or letting go of things that are not working out for you. It talks about you needing to leave the nonsense behind you and search for your own truth. Search for what's going to make you happy, what's going to bring you happiness. And just letting go of things that are not working out for you, because you can't stay in this animosity anymore. You can't stay in this situation that is not going to benefit you. You know, you can't just be there where people are manipulating you or just using you for their own personal benefit. You need to move forward. You need to move forward to create your own happy family situation. And this is also in the runes, you know, about you looking at creating your own domestic bliss of, you know, maybe having some stability, maybe having a sense of belonging, maybe having some reunions in your life as well, and not staying in situations that are keeping yourself stuck and keeping you feeling as though you don't have any options, because you do. You do. And this card tells me that you do. Seven of Cups tells me that, you know, you have a lot of choices here. You need to know the difference between illusion and fantasy. You need to know that. You need to not get caught up in wishful thinking. You need to also be mindful of not having this indecision about your life, about moving forward. You need to be very mindful of all of these things. You know, it's very easy for us to be confused and be indecisive, but it's also at some point, you know, you needing to realize that you need to treat yourself with this compassion and kindness. You know, you need to maybe look towards somebody that you can trust, somebody who's a very supportive person in your space. You could have this person in your space, somebody who's, maybe you feel their energy is like a healing energy in your life. Maybe you feel as though they're a great counselor for you. There's somebody that you can run to when you need help. There's a lot of warmth and love and attention and affection here. And maybe you should rather surround yourself with people that know your value and treat you correctly, rather than people that make a fool out of you. Because you need to be mindful of not making reckless, naive decisions here. It's very easy, and I think some of you may have been in situations, especially when it came to your relationships. You made choices, and you made some gullible choices here. You really made some very foolish choices, and you've allowed yourself to get stuck in a place that you didn't want to be. And it's almost as though you could have been in this blissful relationship and could have been in this domestic bliss, but you allowed yourself to stay stuck in a situation, and now you're feeling as though, you know what, I've made so many mistakes and I've been so foolish, and you know, how am I going to get back? You need to find your way back to being, not going back to the same drama, Sagittarius. You cannot keep going back to the same drama, because this is not going to work for you. You need to accept that you may have been very foolish and very reckless, and you need to move forward. Okay, let's draw some more cards here for you. Oops, I'm going to put back. Just started shuffling. Let's see what is it that the tarot has to say for you. Some more guidance for Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, what flipped over? The Tower card, Chaos card. Oh, Chaos change. Okay, let's see here. We've got the King of Swords, the Devil, Capricorn energy, Eight of Wands. This here. King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. Sagittarius, and this seems to get even like a more juicier tale than what we had seen so far. So you are facing a lack of stability in your situation right now. Some of you could also be facing situations that's really feeling like it's very destructive, and maybe the sudden changes is causing you a lot of chaos in your life. But you need to also realize that what you're perceiving as a disaster or as a distraction to your stability, something that's very close to home, is actually the only way that you were going to get your shake-up. It was the only way that you were going to change from where you are to become more responsible about yourself, about your situations. Maybe you were also just taking yourself for granted and not realizing that you need to be more clearer with where it is that you want to be in your life. And the King of Swords offers you this. You know, you could have an Aquarius, like I said, Gemini or Libra person in your space. But it's also about you realizing that you need to make some choices. When you're looking at what has happened, you need to make some very strict choices for yourself. You have to be very disciplined with yourself, and you also need to be very mindful if you are dealing with somebody who is a very disciplined person, who only works with reason, who's somebody who prefers structure in their life. So maybe this is a part of your own personality, or maybe this is something that you need to become aware of, that you need to be more in line with yourself. Have the structure for yourself. Some of you could also be dealing with people that have been yourself. You could have had a Capricorn person in your space, or it's really just this energy that you're dealing with that is such oppressive energy that has been very excessive. Maybe some of you have been very powerless in your situations. You've been feeling very limited in what you've been doing. Some of you might also have been obsessing about a situation. Some of you may have been obsessing about a Capricorn person, or somebody who's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. But you've got to be very mindful that you do not become dependent upon the situation or upon the person, realizing that you do need to have your own independence when it comes to what is going on in your life and in your situation. It's important that you realize that if you can have this clarity of self, you can have this movement, you can move forward, and you can expect changes and excitement, and all these wonderful things that you wish for, that you would like in your life. You can have this happen for you, but you need to believe that this can happen, and you need to take these steps to move forward to make this happen. You can't afford to allow yourself to stay stuck in situations that are not working out for you. You can't afford to stay somewhere where this is not of benefit to you. So you need to look at yourself, that you can have this beautiful prosperity energy here. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy here. Could have somebody in your space or not, could be in your chart, but it's also this energy that the cards have. It's about you seeing the bigger picture, seeing what's your end goal, seeing that you want to have some kind of patriarchal protection in some cases. Some of you males probably want to be the provider. Some of you want somebody who's going to be reliable in your space, somebody who's going to offer you this abundance and security, this safety. It's so funny. There was a time where roles were more defined and things were different, where there was a provider in the family, and lots of female persons have grown up with this energy of knowing that a man is supposed to be a provider. And the world has changed, where a lot of women are providing for themselves. Roles are changing, where women are providing. Some men are choosing to be the stay-at-home dads and the wives of the hunters. And it's whether you're male or female, it's like knowing that in your role, in your situation, in your circumstance, that these needs that you have, that's going to make you feel safe, needs to be there. That you need that reliability in your situation. And you need to be truthful with where your relationship is and where your situation is. It may not be how the world dictates it, but it is what your situation is, and being honest with yourself in your situation, not looking to see what's happening in somebody else's space, but looking at how you're going to make things work in your situation for you. You need to realize that, home is very important for you. You need to realize that the stability is important for you, that sense of belonging, that sense of celebration, of making things work. Those are things that are important for you, and knowing yourself and knowing that these things are important for you is a necessary step. It's like, don't fall in line with what social media is saying to you, but how it's supposed to be and how you're supposed to be in your situation. Trust your process, trust your situation. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself somewhere where you really didn't expect to be. And you know what? It's great to have curiosity. It's great to be inspired. But you also need to be very vigilant. You need to be very alert about what is going on. You need to learn and allow wisdom to reign in your situation. Allow curiosity to reign in your situation, or else you're just going to find yourself stuck in a place where you're full of fear and anxiety. You're having this negative thinking. You could be finding yourself feeling very isolated. You could be finding yourself in a situation where you feel as though you are reaching a breaking point because of this lies and the trickery in your situations, because there has been some kind of cunning, some kind of sneaking around that has happened, some kind of scheming that has happened. And you need to allow yourself to become more resourceful and realize what is important for you, as opposed to what is important for other people, what's important for you and for your persons and for your life, realizing the importance of that. So Sagittarius, a very intense reading here for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care, and please remember to like, follow, and share, and goodbye.